Hi, everyone. I'll start going live when I get 10 people in here. I don't go live a lot, but it's something that I want to speak on, and this is Frenemies. So I'm not going to start talking until I have an audience of 10 or more. So if you guys can share this share this live. Hey, Robin, how are you? If y'all can share this live and we will get into it. I feel like there's a lot that we can learn from things that has been going on in this world and on the internet right in front of our eyes. Okay. So the thing is that things happen and, I think people should learn from it. Sometimes it takes people to get knocked in the head 3 or 4 more times before they can learn from it. Hey, Terry, how are you, nephew? So I just wanted to speak on this because I've been seeing this, and a lot of the stuff is what I call frenemies. It means that people, they're not really friends. They call each other friends. They call each other sisters, brothers, or whatever. And at the same time, they really not. They just have something in common. All right. And so we're going to talk about that commonality once I get 10 people in this live. So if y'all could share this live, get me an audience of 10, then I will continue. Make sure y'all hit that like button so this can go near and far. It's just okay. Thank you, Terry. Fair use is permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit educational personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Okay, thank you, nephew. I always appreciate you. I think you are truly the definition of love. I truly, truly appreciate you. I appreciate all of you that has been rocking with me, coming here, listen to me, laugh with me, and all of that. I appreciate y'all because I don't bring no nonsense. I try not to bring no drama. Sometimes I do, but I appreciate all of y'all. So we have went down to 4. I'm gonna wait for 10. So if y'all guys can share, get people to come over, I'll wait a few more minutes. And if I don't get the audience that I feel like I deserve, which is 10, then I'm gonna end this live. Okay. How's everybody been doing? I come to y'all with wisdom. You can't hear me? Robin, you can't hear me? Because it's saying that I'm speaking. Can y'all hear me? If not, I'll go out and come back. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Because once I get 10 viewers in, I'm going to start going in as far as, okay, thank you. Hey, Platinum Bracelets, how are you? Thank you for joining. Thank you, Terry. Right now I'm at 7. Once I get, hey, Sean, how are you doing, nephew? Once I get 10 people in here, then I'll start speaking. I don't really go live. I don't really have a audience of people. Um, YouTube live is something that I rarely do. I don't have any interest in going live a lot. That's not something that's on my mood board or anything like that. All right, so we have 10. Thank you. So I'm going to start. I've been seeing, a lot of fallout and everything across social media. And my thing is that when you have a friendship that's genuine, right? When you have a friendship that's genuine and there's some type of disagreement, friendships don't end like that. All right. Friendships don't end where people are outing each other, where people are talking about each other, where people are going against each other. Okay. That's not what you call a friendship. A friendship consists of something where you truly care for someone and you just can't ditch a person because of a disagreement, right? You just don't go out there and broadcast a friend's business just because y'all have a disagreement or dislike for something. That's not friendship. What we are seeing in front of our eyes, right, is something that is based on a mutual dislike. All right. So let me tell you what I mean by that. The thing is that people have formed these pseudo relationships based on a dislike for something. For instance, let's say I dislike broccoli, right? And I want to, develop this group of people that dislike broccoli, right? So we all dislike broccoli, and that's our commonality. We dislike broccoli. We don't have nothing else in common. We don't have the same heart in common. We don't believe in Jesus Christ, our Savior, in common. We don't believe in high or good morality. We don't believe in love. We don't believe in any of that. We just have a common dislike for broccoli. And that's why you see the end and the dismantle of these so-called pseudo relationships that are on the internet, okay? Because they have something in common, a dislike for people who they all dislike, all right? So that's why the shit don't work out, okay? That's why it's so easy for them to go against each other. That's why it's so easy for them to broadcast each other's business, okay? Because it was never built on solid ground. Do y'all hear me? Never built on solid ground. So that's why y'all seeing what y'all seeing, and it's crazy. With me, let me tell you about me. I feel like I have, high morality. I feel like I have not high morality. I have high morals. I do have high morality, but whatever. I have high morals, especially when it comes to people, and especially when it comes to my character. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm for someone, I'm for them, right? I'm for them until they show me otherwise. You know what I'm saying? And we've seen that play out on this damn internet. I've had several people that that I cared for, as far as caring, as far as, I wanted to have, good intentions for them. I wanted them to be, seen as a human being. And they've turned on me, hell. You know what I'm saying? But guess what, guys? They turned on me and I let it go. I didn't, have, like this burning desire in my heart that one day they get hit by a Mack truck. I didn't have that in my heart. I was like, okay, I see where you going, little bitch. You know what I'm saying? I see where you going, Miss Nigga. Like, I see that you not really where I stand when it comes to, devotion, or where it comes to, caring for people and want to see what's good for people, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. I might have got on here and went back and forth with him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? A little banter here and there. Um, but it wasn't something that was deep in my heart where I felt like I can't sleep. I got to get on the internet and I got to ride them. No, I was like, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it was. Like, shit, I seen they wasn't real. You know what I'm saying? So I let it go. So that's why you see that these relationships that are supposed to have been in a tight knit, they weren't a tight knit. They was really loose ends. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you see the shit that's happening, because it was built on a mutual hate for certain individuals, certain organizations, and things like that. Okay, when you build a relationship on fakeness, when you forge a relationship based on hate of a mutual thing, it's not going to work out, because that's all you have in common is a mutual hate for a certain thing, or mutual like. You can have mutual like for certain things, but that's not a friendship, right? We are friends to people, right? based on who they are, and just because they don't agree with something or disagree or they don't like something that you like, that don't mean that you guys just hate each other. All right. So it's loosely used when it comes to friendship or a community of people that want to say that they care for each other because they don't. They just have a commonality, interest, which is something that does not make a tight friendship. Also, if I have ever told you that I love you, I meant that, right? If I ever told you I love you, right? I meant that I love you, right? And the thing is, I've had people that I've told that to, and then they have been sneaky behind my back with, shit as far as talking shit about me or gossiping. But, and it happened to me a few months ago with these people that I was in a group message with. And I really didn't trust one of them because I felt like she was, when I say group, I mean like text messaging. I'm not speaking on, I don't be in any Facebook groups, okay? I don't do that. I'm too grown for Facebook groups and all that motherfucker shit. I don't do that. But just text messaging, I told this one person who I felt closer to that I really didn't, trust or rock with the other person. So what did that person do who I felt close with? I know she went and said something because they stopped, the communication. And my thing is, I had to sit back and I say, you know what? That same person who I felt closer to, they don't done that to other people who was good to them. They have, done that to them. This person, they have issues, just real big issues in life. But I never used that to judge them. But once you cross me, um, I don't. I'm not like a get back person, right? I used to be. Okay. Don't get me wrong. I used to be a get back person when I was younger. Listen, y'all. A motherfucker did something to me, baby. I'm gonna end you. I'm gonna end you and bury you, right? And you y'all know how much energy that takes to just have on your mind planning against somebody, how you gonna do them in, how you gonna get them back. That just exhausts you. That takes so much energy from you because you think a day in and day out how you gonna get somebody back, right? And I'm glad that I learned from that. I'm glad that I matured from that, where I just say, you know what, the universe will handle them. There's no need for me to dig my heels in, get my hands dirty to pay a person back for the, hey, Lexus, hey, Roslyn. I don't need to, get that person back for what they done to me because in the end of the day, the universe will take care of them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad I moved on from that. But as we see things play out now, we see people are getting everything that is owed to them, right? We see that because they are continuously playing in the devil's play yard. And it's kind of sad because, you know, making friendships on the internet and forging friendships with people that you really don't know is getting a bad name because you can really have great relationships with people that you don't really know. You can have great relationships with people you meet on the internet. And women, absolutely, women can have great relationships. But it's gonna depend on what are y'all basing that relationship on. Are y'all basing that relationship on something fucked up where I have a mutual distaste for someone, or I, want to, you know, build a team to go against people? That's not friendship. That's not friendship, guys. at all. Like, and people get it mixed up. And what I hate so much about it is that it's in my community of black women that this stuff is happening to, right? And then we have people that are impressionable that is watching this, people that are vulnerable that's watching this, and they're thinking, oh my God, like, they are being guided by this. And that's not real life. Okay, that's not real life. You can really have relationships with people that you don't know, people you just first meeting, people that's not got your same blood running in their veins. You can have that relationship and it can work. But the thing is, these relationships that we are seeing that's dismantling, that's falling apart, where relationships built on a mutual dislike for certain people or certain things. That's why it is, you know, taking place like it is. Okay. Hey, Sparkle. So, it's just sad that it's us that this stuff is happening to, And my thing is, I've been seeing the shit. I did. I've been seeing it. You know what I'm saying? I saw it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, whatever. Sometimes I'll get on here and I'll watch the horse and pony show from afar. If I'm bored or need some entertainment. Oh, okay. I got you, boo. Just got a text. All right, I got you. I'll see it from I'll look at it, like I said, when I ain't got shit else to do or like just like sitting around, I'll go watch the Dog and Pony Show and I'll be like, wow, okay. Like if people are not seeing through the bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And what's happening, like it's just crazy to me because I haven't seen no child in this mess. I've seen all grown motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? All of them motherfucking grown. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all been around for the long run and y'all known of me when I was dragged into this fucking mess, y'all would know I never was on the side. I like people genuinely for who they were. You know what I'm saying? Until they showed me something different. I never was on the side. You know what I'm saying? Like I had my opinions, my thoughts on people, whatever. I like people who other people didn't like. I like people who people did like. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just based on me and how I felt towards that person. Nobody could deter me or encourage me to like somebody. That's just me. And I spoke to whoever I wanted to speak to. I formed relationships with people that I wanted to form relationships with, you know. And with some of those relationships, I was done wrong, man. I was done fucking wrong. People who I took up for, people who I went to bat for, they gave me their ass to kiss, a couple of them. And that was on me, right? I'm not mad at them. That was on me for trusting them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because I really was a genuine person. If I did fight for people, I was genuine about it. I believed in it. It wasn't because, I wanted to be in an in crowd or because I was getting, money or anything like that. I wasn't, I was just really a true person, a true ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I still do have relationships with people more than I don't have relationships with. If you guys can use that as a stepping stone to say, you know what, I can have a good relationship with people that I've met on the internet. People that I don't really know. I can have relationships because I do have that. And I still talk. I mean, people I met on the internet, I still have relationships with. Not all of them, but most of them I do, and they're genuine relationships. And the thing is that we talk about life, right? We may laugh at some of the bullshit that we see or something we have in common as far as a dislike, but we talk about other things, right? We talk about our children, we talk about our careers, we talk about our health, we talk about, plans that we have and stuff like that. Okay. That's what we do. So you got to have more in common to call something a relationship or caring for someone. You have to have more in common than a mutual dislike or a fight that you are together in, right? You have to have that. You just can't get on the phone and talk about the fucking internet and think it's a friendship and call it a motherfucking day. Can't do that. So, it's disheartening to see, and I'm gonna tell you why for me. Because like I said, we have impressionable people or people that really don't have family that's looking at this discord and they're thinking, oh my God, women can't get along. Black women are not good for each other. That's not true, y'all. That's not true. We can get along. We can be good for each other. Okay? And I want y'all to know that. I don't want y'all to get discouraged from having a relationship with women. I don't want y'all to get discouraged from thinking black women can't get along because we can. We most definitely can, guys, okay? And I just want to come on here and say that cuz you know, this horse and pony show was not built on solid ground. It was built on some fucked up shit, and now some fucked up shit has come out of it. You know what I'm saying? Then they got an emotional person who I already know that that girl was emotional, and I know she was fucking fucked up, as it was, and you got to be careful who you let in your house, okay? You have to be careful, got to be, especially when you are dealing with a person that is very unstable, a person that has had a traumatic upbringing or childhood who has not gotten the help nor you know not even will help, yeah, but they have not come to terms with what happened to them. Okay, you have to be careful with those type of people because they're like a ticking time bomb. Okay, a ticking time bomb. And I also wanted to, and I don't really follow this dude, but I was listening to him today, and Callie said something that was so true. And I'm going to tell you why it was so, so very true because it was said to me when I wasn't a nice person, right? It's not everybody, okay? It can't be everybody, and you're the common denominator, okay? It's not everybody, and you're the common denominator in it. And I had to be told that because, like when I was younger and I thought I was the cat's meow. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was the bomb.com, right? I thought I was better than people. And so I was just like, oh, people just don't like me because I'm cute and I got a big ass or I got an education, this, that, da, da, da. No, it was me. I was the fucked up individual. It cannot be everybody against you, right? At all. It's you. It's you, motherfucker. It's you. You are the fucked up person, right? You need to do some self evaluation. All right. Also, you need to listen to the fallout of what people are saying about you. You need to listen because it's not everybody. Hey, Amalia, how are you? It's not everybody. So sometimes we have to sit back and take it, right? We have to sit back and say, you know what? I think they right. I think they have a point, you know? And that's just it is what it is, and I'm a Christian woman, even though I curse. I'm a cursing Christian woman, but I believe in God. And I don't have anything against people that don't believe in God, but I tread lightly with them, okay? I tread lightly with anybody that don't believe God died and gave his only begotten son for us to be forgiven for our sins. Okay, I accept my father. That's my father. And I'm not saying I would never deal with someone as far as, communication with someone that does not believe that God gave his only son for us to be forgiven for our sins, but I'm gonna watch them, okay? I'm gonna watch them. Listen, y'all. Y'all cannot piss on me and tell me it's right. Oh my God. I'm telling you, I swear, like this shit is so crazy. Like, people, man, listen. Oh my God. Y'all ain't finna, bamboozle me, okay? Especially when y'all talking about Jesus. Now, people, people have free will, how they right to believe whatever, but y'all ain't finna fuck with me with it kind of a God. I'm not on that. All right, you get it? I'm not on that. Like, I know people don't went through shit. Hell, I don't been through shit. I don't been through the storm, and I made it through. Do you understand me? I've been through the storm and I made it through. Let me tell y'all something. My entire childhood that I went through is non existent. Everyone that was in my childhood was deceased by the time I was 35 years old. Do you understand me? My sister, my mother, okay? My mom only had three of us. So at the end, when I was in my 35, it was just me and my brother left because my mother, let me tell you about my mother. My mother, she did not like my daddy. Oh my God. My mom did not like my daddy. And I'm saying this because she did not let me around my daddy's people. Okay? Because they were hood rich. They were hoodlums. They was on drugs. They was some real they was out there in the street people. Okay? And my mom was not raised like that. And I think she didn't like my daddy, cause my daddy was cheating on her. And he had left her. My daddy was a listen, y'all. My daddy was a rolling stone. Okay, so my mom, she just didn't want us around him. So, like I said, my mom kept me pretty, tight in the house doing stuff. Like my mom couldn't read and write, so but she had a business, right? But I took care of the book work for her. Okay. So I never really had like a childhood. I was always so responsible for things. So, with that being said, like I only had my family that was in that immediate household, which my mom, my brother, and my sister. So by the time I was 30, my mom was gone, my sister was gone, just me and my brother. So the friendships that I do have, and the family that I do have is people that are not blood to me. Okay, they're not blood to me, but they are family to me, if you guys understand that. So, it is what it is. I don't know. People just really out here. People are really out here loose and free, um, doing and saying anything. Like, it's just wow. It's wild. But I just wanted to come on here and let y'all know friendships can be made off the internet. Friendships can be made from people that don't know each other, because if you are Christian, then you will know that we are made from the same cloth, right? We are made from the same cloth, and we're here to help each other and be there for each other. And when we return, we'll return as dust, right? I mean, Listen, if y'all ain't never seen a dead person before, I could tell y'all, we all, when we die, we all gonna return to dust. Okay? Now, if y'all can take that with y'all, then y'all can understand. There ain't nobody better than one another. Okay? As far as when I say better, I'm saying, oh, you think you top tier and all that. I know I be saying I'm a bad bitch and stuff, but I just be fucking talking. I like to laugh and shit. But ain't nobody top tier than eat in another person. Now, there are people that has, you know, better character, better morale, better hearts than other people. Absolutely. There are people that do have that. But when it comes to you thinking you better than somebody, just because you got this or got that, that's not true. And I'm going to tell y'all something in this economy, whether people want to believe it or not. Listen, y'all, I'm an educated woman, right? And I definitely have a six-figure salary. But let me tell y'all something. We all one check away from being homeless, okay? Like I'm not trying to kid nobody. Like it's very true. We are one check away from being homeless. So like we just have to get it together. And I think also we have to be real with ourselves. Hey Brandy, that's right. Ain't none of us coming with ain't none of this shit. Exactly. Exactly. Ain't none of this shit. Listen, at all. Y'all wouldn't even believe what I've been. Oh my God. I could tell y'all so much. Like, listen, I'm telling y'all, like, t- listen, never let anyone make you feel like you're nothing. Never let anyone make you feel like just because you see something that something that you can see as far as what they're saying or some on the internet that, oh, well, this person got more than that. But no, listen, y'all don't even know what I've been going through. Like, man, I could tell y'all some shit. And when I say going through something, like as far as me going through this, that I've been having to get lawyers and stuff because my dad, my dad is gone and my mom is gone. But y'all, I, my mom and dad got divorced. I think I probably was 30 when they divorced, whatever. And he married a younger one. My dad always been a motherfucker. But anyway, I'm gonna tell y'all what I've been going through. Like, y'all just like everybody goes through something, guys. Like for real. But I'm gonna tell y'all what I've been fighting with. So, like I was my mom and dad, they all had properties, whatever. But my dad and my mom divorced. My dad married someone else, whatever. My mom died. I got her property or whatever. My dad was still alive. My mom died or whatever, and had got remarried. Then he got divorced from that lady. But anyway, my dad died. I'm trying to think. My mom died, and my dad died. Maybe I want to give y'all the context of what I'm going to tell y'all. My so when my mom died, my dad probably died like 10 years or something later. I'm telling y'all. But so I've been had this property, so I decided I'm gonna sell it. Listen, y'all, this is so okay. So my daddy died. This is how I found out some shit. Oh my God. My dad. So my dad had been married 3 times. My mom was his second wife, then he got married again. Okay. So when my dad died, y'all, listen, um, I found out that my daddy was a polygamist. He never divorced his first wife. He had got married. My dad died when he was like 79. He had got married when he was 17 to his first wife, but a nigga never divorced her. So all our marriages with my mom and then his third nigga was all and nigga was really something else. Okay. So how this affects me, what I've been going through lately, is that with my mom's property, I had to get an attorney because just because my dad never was divorced from his first wife, she could have possibly had interest in a property that I inherited from my mother. So I couldn't sell it till I had to get a lawyer to go to court as far as for estate, okay? To say that this woman does not have interest in my mom's property. Do y'all see what I'm saying? Like, shit is crazy. So y'all never know what people are going through or whatever. Like, no one's better than nobody. Period. Like, for real. Like, ain't nobody better than nobody. We all come from, God. And we're all made in His image. Even though take on, some of us take on the work of the devil. Okay? And that's very true. Some of us take on the work of the devil and we let the devil control us. And that's free will because God ain't gonna make us choose him. Like he's not gonna say, "Oh, you better choose." Why would he do that? Like that's fuck. Like why would I have to? I already gave my only son, right? So why I gotta make you choose me? You should have common sense, right, to know right from wrong. And a lot of people they know right from wrong, but they choose to go with something as far as, oh, I'm gonna go with this because it's just temporary satisfaction. I'm gonna go with it because it makes me feel like I am something or it makes me feel good. It's just like that you 2 pounds from 300 pounds and you go eat that motherfucking cheesecake knowing it's gonna put your ass up there, okay? And it's temporary. Now your motherfucking ass 300 pounds and you can't remember how that motherfucking cheesecake tastes. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to choose wisely. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we see a lot of stuff that's happening right now because motherfuckers didn't choose wisely. Oh my God. And even though stuff has happened to me as far as people, you know, doing me wrong, on the internet, off the internet, with my blood, with not my blood at work, whatever, right? It still never turned me off from people. I'm gonna continue to love people, right? Not be blindly, but I'm gonna continue to love people. Like shit ain't gonna turn me off on people, because I always let people show me who they are, right? And y'all have heard me say this before. I like you before I don't like you. It's just how I roll. And I am genuinely a happy person. I genuinely laugh. I'm genuinely silly. I really am because I am so in love with myself. Not that I got a big head, but I love me because I am genuinely a nice person. I'm genuinely a good person. So, oh my God. But anyway, y'all, I gotta work tonight. I'm finna to text my friend back and go to sleep. I just want y'all to know. Hold on. I just don't want y'all to get discouraged from trusting women, and especially us black women. All right, y'all have a good day. Continue to evolve, continue to be your better self. Don't let no negative shit rule you. Don't let nobody tell you what the fuck to do. Okay? Don't let no motherfucker tell you who or what you can talk to or who or what you can fucking do because I'm telling y'all don't know what people going through in life really and they trying to project shit on you to make themselves feel better. No, don't at all. No. Live your motherfucking life. Read the Bible and be a better person than what you were today. All right. Y'all have a good night. A good day, rather. Talk to y'all maybe next year sometime. I'm not sure. It depends. All right. Bye, guys.